It's a bright but freezing day in Bakewell. I am so cold. It's like 1 degree. It's fucking freezing. So I've got my hat on. Have a look round, got hot coffee. So the last time I came to Bakewell, I thought that this coat, if you look, yeah, it says welcome to Bakewell's community store. So I thought it might be like a collective, like a proper cooperative. And I went in and I was like, oh, it's just a co-op. It's a normal co-op. Go down the main road and circle up to the church. Yeah, it's quite busy. I knew that this would be like a thriving rural high street before I got here to Bakewell's, just outside Sheffield where I'm from, so I know it quite well. But there is a lot going on, actually. A lot more than I remember. There's a lot of new restaurants, new cafes, what have you. So yeah, warm in there. Oh, bookshop. Don't have any babies anymore. Got a whole shop for bath bombs. I suppose that's what Lush is, isn't it? An independent Lush. I can't believe how fucking cold it is. I've got like fingerless gloves on so that I can still tap my phone and this camera and stuff, and my fingers are frozen. It's a butcher. Mate. Big butcher and farm shop. Pharmacy for all your carpeting needs. One thing I will say about Bakewell is there is traffic. It's not that bad today as well. Well, some days you come in, it's just lorry after lorry coming down. Christmas decorations in the distance. I did actually miss Bakewell's Christmas market. That was like last weekend, I think. Because I don't know, I thought in this day of, what's the word, like a multitude of Christmas markets, they maybe might have it on for the season here, because this is a busy like destination to come. But no, it was just on for like a couple of days in mid-November, so I missed that because I am not in Christmas mode in mid-November at all. I'm in survival mode. I can't believe how cold it is. That's a fancy shoe shop. There is a charity shop. There's a few I might do go in some charity shops. Obviously no one sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. 'Cause, you know, I sort of them today. The lavender tea rooms. ' And there's a shop to rent, but that's expensive. Oh, another bookshop. Oh, it's like a fancy bookshop. Of a cook shop. Can't even afford anything in a cook shop there. And then these always make me wonder. The Outdoors Express, there seems to be in all of these rural towns. And the Jules. There's more. Another little coffee shop. Although last time I came I had a coffee from there and it's just like a button machine. So I went, thank you. But it was a nice little shop. There's always a bougie bridal shop. There's another one. Another bougie bridal shop. So here we are, actually just below Bakewell Church, and we are behind the Rutland Arms Hotel. As your mum. So it kind of makes sense with these bridal shops here, because you're going to look at the church, look at your reception menu, buy your wedding dress. It's like an appointment only shop at the all now, and then we can see the church spire just there. I think I might switch the camera off for a minute and let my fingers warm up. I don't have my phone up, honest. This church is a grade 1 listed building, and like a lot of old buildings, it was kind of built in patchwork. So it says here, the church was founded in 920 during Anglo-Saxon times, and the churchyard has 2 9th century crosses, of which I think I have found one of. I imagine that this gated in like that is something old. Yep. So it has 2 9, and then it had restoration work during the 1840s, and many carved fragments of Anglo-Saxon stonework were found in and around the porch, as well as some ancient stone coffins. So I don't think we're going to find any coffins, but I think we can find a porch. Is this an Anglo-Saxon cross? Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to spend all day looking for graves and speculating whether they're Anglo-Saxon crosses, but yeah, the church has been built upon, the spire was added later and things. I'll try and get more concise information and put some text on the screen and me waffling on about something I don't know about. Porch, I don't know. That looks old. Just walk around in there, that looks old. It is a very impressive church though, and I'm not surprised it's grade 1 listed. There we go, I've got an old door. And maybe if you know anything about this church, you can let me know in the comments. And then down there is where the gas is. It says that what would it have been? I'm not very good on my church history. I did actually do a history degree, but not this history, not this old. There's a lot of kind of 19th, 20th century history. There's another nice old door. It's such a nice church, to be fair. And you can see, I think this bit's obviously older than that bit. And I always think, you know, it's newer when the brick's uniform. Another old door. Oh, I think it's fascinating. With a nice laminated sign on. Just in the effect. Yeah, it's huge to be fair. I don't think we're getting scale. That's a grave. I bet you can't get buried here anymore. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So I have no idea where this original porch is going to be because they all look pretty old and impressive to me. What's around this side? And then I'm going to go back around to the side that I started at. And, oh, I said we wouldn't find coffins, but we found coffins. There are no signs anywhere to tell me what these things are, but I'm going to guess. Isn't that weird? Look, he's got like a little head hole in. Yeah, coffins don't look like that anymore, so I'm going to guess that they're the old coffins. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I bet you can't get buried here anymore, I bet they're full. Oh, here we go. This is obviously the main entrance to the church now, would be my assumption, because it says welcome in here. This. So we're All Saints Parish Church in Bakewell, and my imagination would tell me that this is. Oh, so we've got some information. The church building has served the local Christian community since Anglo-Saxon times and is still in active use today. It has undergone many changes of form throughout the ages, from the original Norman building through to the Victorian era. Some of these changes inform us of the people who lived and worshipped here. This is a fascinating story, which we hope you will enjoy. I'm not going to keep reading that because that's boring, but there we go. Well, it's not boring, but me reading to you is boring. This little sign here. Try and get my shadow out of the sign. No. We'll see what else we can find out about Bakewell on the signs and on my phone. So yeah, what do I know about Bakewell? Every time I come to Bakewell, it's always really busy. It's got a lot of shops, which I've got some footage of, and yeah, I know it's an expensive place to live. That's another thing. I wonder what the average house price in Bakewell is. Shall we have a look? Here we go. According to Rightmove, the average house price over the last year was £462,469. No. Shall I start again? 462,469 for the average house in Bakewell. So just under £500,000. Which they are quite small houses, but that surprises me. I thought we'd be hitting more of £1 million, but I suppose if we look down this street here, come out the church, they are quite small cottages. But it's a lovely place, but would you live somewhere this rural? Do you live somewhere this rural? I always feel like, where do you do your supermarket shopping? Do you not? Do you just use the butcher and the baker and the candlestick maker? Yeah, or is there a Morrison's or something nearby? I think there's a Morrison's actually in Derbyshire somewhere. But yeah, how do you go into Chesterfield? Where am I? So, to be fair, I say I won't live in a place like this. I'm not giving one of these houses a wood. I'd figure it out getting car. I have missed. I need to circle back round to find is the red phone box. Where is Bagshaw Hall Grade 2 Star? What are you then? That's the Gospel Hall. See, that's old because the bricks aren't uniform. They haven't figured this out yet, have they? When they're building things. If you want it to look nice, just don't. Oh, look at this wall. This wall. It's a beautiful wall. And it's coarse. It hasn't got uniform bricks. It looks real. This is what I know about architecture. Nothing. But yeah. Oh my god, I'm so cold. It's warming up a bit. I can feel that it is warming up a little bit. Yeah. I want to warm up properly tomorrow, so yeah. Bagshore Hall. Boutique suites and apartments. This looks nice. Oh, look. If you want to stay in Bakewell, it's got food standards agency 5 stars, so you know you're not going to get food poisoning if you eat here. A best hotel, it says on the door. Yeah, little hint. Oh, we might go on the internet and see what the rooms look like. And like, oh look, Bagshore Suite, Bentley Suite, Bateman Suite. When I get out of here, I do think that someone's going to come. So like, what the bloody hell are you doing here filming? But there you go, we have a nice hotel in Bakewell. Obviously, I'm forgetting the most obvious thing about Bakewell and what is famous about Bakewell is the Bakewell pudding, which was a recipe created by accident. I think the chef was trying to create a strawberry tart and then she made a Bakewell pudding or something, and then now, so we generally have a Bakewell tart, don't we? It's like there's a couple of Bakewell pudding shops. It's the original Bakewell pudding shop, but I'm going to argue here that I think Bakewell has more to offer than a Bakewell pudding. Where am I? Where have I been brought out? Let's have a look. So, a nice salon. Another salon. Are there 2 separate salons? Yes, they're 2 separate salons. And then there's more businesses here. What makes Britain great? Red phone boxes. So we have a defib here and an actual telephone here that works. We'll go in. Oh, that works. And what you find when you get to Bakewell, another nice middle class areas, is your phone boxes don't stink a piss. Right, so we're back now into that sounds like prohibiting my phone box use. So now we're back onto the main square there, the roundabout, and we have the Rutland Arms Hotel, and that looks nice. The Chakra Lounge looks shut. They've got their Christmas tree up. Yeah, that ain't bad, is it, for a fancy hotel? $14.50. Got Lorries. Always Lorries in Bakewell. And here you've got the 5 Arch Bridge, which is probably like one of the famous views in Bakewell. So this is a medieval bridge that dates to the 14th century, and it's got like little viewpoints on it that I'll walk up to. And there's always lots of ducks around here. I think it's because there's lots of people to feed them around here. A lorry. And these little viewing points. You can have a look over the river. So you can see the path down there. You can, I look like something out of Home Alone with these gloves. Path down there, I think that's part of the river walk. There's a lot of walking on here. Like if you like walking, look up the Monsell Head Trail, which is near here. And yeah, so we're now into this bit, which we'll have a quick look at, and then I think that will conclude our little walk around with Bakewell. So I'll take this opportunity to say, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I have 3 subscribers at the time of recording, which instead of, only 5 videos in, so I think that is 3 people that have watched part or all of a video. Well, go on then. So thank you to you 3, and more of you get on board